Let's see. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, that's totally fine. Oh, they will be. They will be. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. We're so close. I really hope. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not talking into the void. It's coming through. Okay. And here we are. Cool. Okay. Yes, I did say I was going to live stream yesterday and for a lot of today. I am live streaming now. Have not been feeling very social. Have been letting the weekend get away from me per the usual, but we're here now. That's what counts, right? So, it's party time. Let's not waste any time getting to what we've been doing. I have been working on grayscale stuff, but have not been feeling like socially energized. But we're gonna make it work. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna roll with it because I do want to share some of this stuff with you guys. So how's it going? While we get set up here. So anyway, let me know how you're doing. But in the meantime, I have some cool stuff to show off. So finished up the hum of this one that we've been working on. I think it's pretty neato. I think it's pretty cool. So have a listen real quick. I can talk about it if you'd like, but it's not too complicated. I think it's simple and sweet, and I think it'll get the job done for what we need. Wait a minute. It's coming through the speakers. We don't want that. We do not want that. That's more like it. So, what I had in mind for this was this whole sound font. I think I'm gonna be leaning mostly into the sort of like vowely, mouthy sounds that a lot of the source material kind of seems to throw in. For anyone who's here that hasn't been, you know, caught up on the last few we've done, which is totally fair. We're making one that is, this is a commission. It's supposed to sound kind of like inspired by the Metroid series of games, which I have not played, but have now listened to a lot of sound design on. And I think that while there isn't a really consistent, you know, I can't say that I can just emulate the sounds from that game perfectly, nor would I really want to. I'm gonna try and do a sort of modern take on on my favorite sounds from what I've heard. And my favorite ones so far have been kind of this, they kind of lean into this, like, just mouthy vowel sound. I don't know how else to better describe it. Oh, nice. There you go. Yeah, so this will probably be a little different. But yeah, anyway, I'm going for this kind, I don't know why I soloed that one. Going for this kind of sounds like an You hear the Anyway, we did this one in Serum, and just as sort of a fun fact, one of the last live streams that I was doing, one of my viewers pointed out that you can actually put PNGs into Serum and make wavetables out of them. So a really dumb Easter egg for this one is my logo is the wavetable that you can hear prominently in the hum, which I think is pretty hilarious. You can see the GF there with the ring around it. So that's kind of funny. I thought that was kind of funny anyway. And then yeah, this is sort of video gamey, I think. I just have a layer here that has some notes that just kind of, I don't know, add like a soundtracky feel to it, I think. This is also Serum, not a very complicated patch. Just a filter, a few LFOs, really basic FX processing. But anyway, it just adds these little spooky notes that fade in. You can hear some cool like undertones, and I don't know. I think it's kind of interesting. So anyway, those together kind of make a hum that, like, again, kind of sounds like soundtracky, but also like a lightsaber hum, not too musical or whatever. Anyway, the thing I'm really excited to show you is I brushed up on my frequency modulation training. So this is a new project, or has this been in the works? I wouldn't say a while, but probably like a few weeks or so at this point, but really on and off. My life has been really busy, and I haven't been very motivated to put this stuff, like, at the forefront of my attention. But it is right now. I really need to finish this one and get back in the swing of things and not, not let life get too much in the way of the things that I love. So, anyway, I only started really putting in, like, sound design effort recently. I recorded a ton of stuff up here that I can show off later. I won't be live streaming for too long today, but hopefully long enough to get to some sounds that aren't just the smooth swing pairs. But I'm excited to show off the smooth swing pairs because I think these are really cool. So where I most recently left off, I had designed 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think, and today I think it would be great if we did 5 and 6, and then we also did the matching pairs, or I should have said just the low, just the L swings. I'd like to make some H swings and then call it a night. I think that would be super tight. So anyway, I'll just show off an example, and then I can talk about it a little, and then I can talk about what my plans are for continuing this development. So anyway, here's what they sound like. So I promised to make some ears bleed, and I'm hoping to follow through on that. I realize that this is way over the top. I'm okay with maybe paring this down a little, but damn if it isn't cool, right? So I think the only thing that I don't like is it sounds like very saturated, like quite distorted, and that is because it is quite saturated and quite distorted. So I think even just listening to it like today, it's a little much. It's probably a way to make it a little less dramatic. But what I was thinking is this is not something that I can directly distort it because it is, yeah. This isn't something I can directly like explain with English words, but I really like I'm gonna try, I guess. I really like elements of the game where it sounds like things sort of like harden and they get like sharper and there's a lot of like metallic stuff going on in the sound design for these games, and a lot of like feedbacky stuff. I don't know how to describe it better than that, but maybe just like a heavy reliance on like feedback, like the sort of flangy effect you might hear in other like kind of retro sound design, like even Star Wars does that a lot. And then just a lot of like building, mounting, hardening sounds. Those were my favorite notes. I took lots of notes. And those were my favorite things to kind of emulate. So when I went about making the smooth swing pairs, right, I was thinking, first of all, frequency modulation is great for this sort of sound profile. I should not block that with, yeah. And also, it's just been a while since I've used FM8. It's one of my favorite instruments. So, not a complicated routing or matrix over here at all. Just a few operators going. But what basically happens, maybe this will be easier if we look at the envelope window here. is we have some very large sweeping things going on with E, which, how best to tackle this one? I don't want to mess with it too much because I don't want to. Maybe I'll make a copy of it so I can goof it up. When this is done, it's going to be extra crispity, my friend. Although the one after that will be free. So if you're into the free stuff, there he is. I'm so sorry that I did not stream when I said I would. Don't be too disappointed in me. Anyway, yeah, you'll get a free one soon. But this one will be cool. I encourage you to I don't know. At least have a listen to it. At least consider it, because it'll be good. Anyway, I don't know if there's a nice way to show it off. I also don't want to get too much into this because I want to make new stuff. But okay, I'm gonna mute that for a sec. Oh yeah, hella gritty. You'll like this one, I think. We went quite silly with it. There's a lot of bit crushing, which I know you also like. Anyway, what E does is hardens it. You'll hear it. Let me see. Regret clicking on the stream. Why? It's a good stream. Are your ears bleeding? That's the whole point. Maybe we should turn off some of the effects too so we can hear it isolated. Wow. Amazing the difference that post-processing can make. You'll get used to it. Okay, here we go. Summoning of Satan. Well, yeah, we're going hard. Yoshi commit tax fraud. We're going hard. We're making ears bleed. Plugins, my beloved. Ugh, I want to turn off the envelope. I just want to disable it for a moment so I can show you what's going on. Oh, I made a copy, whatever. Here. Envelope is no more. We hear the riser effect that's being applied by turning up how much E modulates F. F modulates itself a little bit, and D has a faster looping envelope here that just gives it some like movement and variety, but the E is key here in that again, there's like a lot of processing here. It's kind of hard to show off now that I've done all the work, but maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll see it again in the future. Anyway, you get the point. I really like just as you slowly increase it, it kind of like builds. So anyway, that's the whole philosophy around the smooth swing pairs, is that they just slowly build up and get crazier and crazier. This envelope takes place over a looped period of time that repeats several times in the course of a full smooth swing. I think I set it to like, yeah, 16 bars, and it's 48. So it'll go up and down a couple of times, 2.5 times. However, there is one massive sweeping thing that happens for the entire 48 seconds, and that is the bit crush. So we start way down here at 126. Oh, and for the record, the reason we're bit crushing is entirely related to that vocal mouthy thing I was talking about earlier. It's exactly how you get that effect, is one of the ways you can get that effect, I should say. So I had to use it. We had to get it involved. And it makes for some pretty ridiculous, like, rising, you'll hear it. Just so we'll skip a little further. That vocally, like droning kind of guttural throat sound just gets more and more intense the longer the pair goes on. So if for some reason you feel inclined to like sit there and swing it for like a full minute, it will just keep getting harder and harder and harder the longer you swing it, which I think is sick. So, somewhat inspired by Magnetic, a very old sound font at this point that people still ask me about. So, anyway, Then the only other thing that is layered in here pretty subtly is this sound here. Which is I wish I could like show you an example quickly, but all over the place in Metroid sound design, that note of feedback is applied across the board. Like every time there's an impact sound or the gun fires or I don't know, a boss comes out or whatever. In all the material I've watched, it's always that note, which I don't know what note that is. I never bothered to find out, but I tuned the feedback of some reverb, actually just over white noise is all that is, so that it perfectly matched the pitch that's in the games, and then there's some pitch fluctuation happening here, which makes it sound a little more lightsabery. But anyway, I'm gonna use this sound all over the place. If you're curious, it's 5.13 milliseconds of delay causes that tone to come out. Which again we'll see later on. But yeah, it's it is everywhere. So I'm just layering it in with all the smooth swings. The only thing I change between each smooth swing, 1 through 6 with each pair, is I have a formant filter over it, and I'm just having it do a different vowel sound, which I guess I can show that very easily. So you hear the note. Okay, we understand what that does. So we're just changing which formant we'd like to accentuate. I wonder if that should come before distortion. It's very distorted. I almost wonder if maybe I should just... I think it's mostly the bit crushing that's causing that, but I also love the bit crushing, and I'm not, yeah. I'm not willing to part with it, so we might just be stuck with that. I don't know. Probably all around just needs a little less distortion, but also I like it. Anyway, we ended up with something that I think sounds quite natural as a union of grayscale sound design principles and, wow, if I can get my fingers to... How about that? Grayscale, Metroid. Boom. So anyway, that's what we've got. That's what I'm, those are my thoughts. So, we can run through all the pairs real quick, because I think they're all, pretty fun. This is number 1. Pretty disgusting. Here's number 2. Hey, it's Brian. How's it going? That one's a little more aggressive. We got number 3. A little less aggressive, and we got 4. See, all those points didn't move. So yeah, this one's pitched down a little bit, as you can tell. Makes it pretty, makes for a pretty disgusting little pair there, doesn't it? Yeah, they're pretty disgusting. Which I think is great. It's been a while since we've had a really, truly disgusting one, hasn't it? Behemoth, not that disgusting. Awaken, not that disgusting. Paradise, not that disgusting. This one's gonna be a little more classic grayscale, which I'm a fan of. Car system, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good stuff. I'm excited about this one. It was a rough start, because again, I haven't played these games. I don't know anything about the games. I was kind of worried that it was out of my wheelhouse, but I think I've spent enough time with the source material that that will be okay. I think I spent enough time listening to it that despite me not having played the games, I kind of understand what the notes are that I should be paying attention to, and that'll be good enough. Okay, so here's what I've been doing. Been keeping it simple. Why break it? I missed it. What game? All of the Metroid games. I've never played any of them, but I agreed to a commission a long time ago, so that's what we're doing. So yep, that's where we're at. All right. First thing I've been doing is picking a different format tone, basically at random, because they all sound good. There's not really there's no way to be intentional about that. It's just which one haven't we used yet, right? Just giving them all a different flavor, and then in here, mostly been adjusting things in FM8. Also, like, not a ton of intentionality here. A lot of it is just listening for what sounds cool in frequency modulation. I realize that if you are really good at sound design, like really good, and also good at math and stuff, you can intentionally do things in FM8, like by thinking about it. But I am not that good at math or sound design, so I prefer the scattershot, random, see what happens approach. That's my jam, and I'm not ashamed of it. Let's just listen to the bass for a moment. Okay, so the basic architecture of these two is the A operator comes down here, just full send. Yeah, imagine. And provides kind of a bass tone, which you're also hearing like all the effects that are being processed over the entire L-Swings folder. So yeah, no, I imagine it's pretty loud. I should turn up my own. I wish I could get the gain on my, not the gain, just the volume on my microphone a little louder. We'll figure that out. Oh wait, I wonder if there's like a plugin that's built into OST that would let me do that. Tight delay is my, oh yeah, hell yeah, we love a tight delay for getting overtones and such things. Hang on, I'm sorry, like 2 seconds here. Open interface. Aha! Okay, yeah, I forgot I was rocking with all this stuff. How about I just turn myself up, like, 4 decibels? Am I too loud now? How about now? Now? How about... Jeez, LaRue, is it even... Is it doing it? Am I getting louder? Okay, wait, here's a test. Am I super quiet now? Yeah. Okay, so it is working. Oh yeah, okay, that's quite loud. Alright, good stuff. I'm turning myself up. Now I should be pretty loud. I should be, like, plenty loud. I should be at a good listening volume. And then the good news is that I think I have a limiter on here, and if I don't, I'll go add one. And that way... Oh my... That way I won't get too loud, but I should be more consistently loud. I also have a compressor on. I just haven't dialed this stuff in, I guess. Let's see. Does the compressor sound good? Am I like am I at a consistent volume, or when I talk quietly does it get like noticeably quieter? Oh yeah, it does. Ah, now that sounds like a job for another time. And also, I actually don't really want my voice to get in the way of... The Reaper is what we're supposed to be listening to, technically, so... Maybe the threshold can be set a little lower. How does it sound like down here? Now when I talk quietly. And when I talk loudly, we should be around the same volume. That looks good to me, like looking at the meter, but I can't hear myself, so Hopefully that's a little better. Is it too much? I'm gonna put the limiter. Can I not move the limiter? Oh, for... There. Now there's a limiter on the input and the output. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. We should be good now. Except I can't close this window. Wow, that is annoying. I want to close the window. I'm so sorry. We'll be back doing the good stuff momentarily. Okay, there we go. We did it. We closed all the windows. We did it. Okay. Anyway, hopefully that's good. Sounds fine. Compression is king. It's true. It helps quite a lot. Microphones don't know how to do it. Okay, so anyway. I've been just changing what A does a little bit with all of these. I want it to sound, you know, somewhat consistent, but yeah. Okay. So, we were rolling with, we've used a few of these now. Let's see what a 1, 2, 3 saw sounds like. Oh, yum. Okay, we like that. Off to a good start. And then B is modulating it a little bit. And just on the last one, I had it offset by just a little bit, so it has kind of a... It wiggles a little bit. We hear the wiggling? We hear the wiggling. The softest sound you'll ever hear. Speedcore? What is speedcore? Why don't I know anything? Why does it... How am I out of the loop? Okay. It gets insane. Oh yeah, I mean, I was turning it up. Yeah. Pretty silly. Is that, like, too low? Because having it up at, 2x the frequency of the original... Oh, whatever. This one can be one of the softer ones. Which is a relative term. Okay, then I usually pass in the F operator at around 80. Which... Okay, let me save that and come back to it. Thank you very much. Very, very fast music. I can get down with that. Clipping galore? What's clipping? Oh, God, I thought you were talking about something on here for a sec. I was like, what? Now? Yeah, well, okay. That should be fun. Okay, I get the feeling that for this one, since the bass operator is so deep already, one of these is gonna have to kick up. Okay, too much. Let's have E cap out at like 75 or so, and take D. This is too complicated. The spectrogram. That looks nice, actually. Spectrograph? It's spect. Jeez, LaRue. This one's a lot. Maybe there's just too much coming out of F for this one. I'll send it to you. Don't just buy it for that. I'll send you my I'll send you whatever you need from here. Man, it's like a lot though. There's just too much feedback. There's way too much feedback. Is it stuff on the bottom clashing with stuff on the top? I actually think it is. I think it's just, I think there's just way too much going on. Like, just the balance is whack. Between bass and it's just fighting, there's too much. The output wave must just be chaos. This one, maybe we just EQ this one a little differently, or bit crush it a little less. Yeah, it does sound horrifying. It's very aggressive. Can you tell I have not been in a good mood lately? It's all coming out in the sound design. Yes, OTT the second. It's OTTII. Like that. The Honorable. I mean, okay, the other thing we could do is just pick different waves. Let's try that. Might just be too much going on here. Simpler. Yeah, I think it's this one. I think it's... I mean, we know it's E because we were messing with it and seeing that the results were changing, but... Oh, wait. We'll get there. Oh yeah. What's up, Ohms Edits? Welcome. Yeah, it's very evil. Not even really intentionally so, it's just kind of been going this way naturally, which oof. I can't help myself. But anyway, just for context for you, in case you have any input, it's supposed to be based on the sound design of the Metroid video game series. Games I have not played, so I can't geek out about the games themselves, but have listened to quite a lot of audio from the games now, and I'm trying to kind of pull out my favorite flavors and do an inspired by sound font, yeah? This one's really getting away from me, though. It's getting real evil, which, I mean, there are worse things, right? Okay. With this one, let's make this one a little more chill. That last one was quite a lot. Let's make this one, let's tone it down. Let's have this one be a little bit more relaxed and, you know, calm and collected. Let's also hydrate. Let's do that. Let's start with the base. Let's start with looking at how we can make this a little less gnarly. Thing number one would probably be don't let B cause such a ruckus. That would be a good thing. Ooh. I actually might disagree with that. Never mind. Let's also cut this out. There, now we can just hear what this thing's doing all by itself. Less gnarly. Oh, you... unless you've been here for a while, you missed how gnarly the other ones are. This one needs to be chill. The other ones are a little silly, so... We're gonna let this one relax a little. Have this one, yeah, let's have, this wave needs to be just more normal, there. Oh, see, we're having too much fun again. It could be worse. Do we like the pulsing or not? I will reveal my plans when we get to the H swings, and we're just gonna start by having a copy of all of these, and then we're gonna mess with them. The primary thing I want to mess with is flanger, feedback, crazy like reverb tricks, and then way more of that, like way more pulsing, wobbling, vibrating. We're gonna mess with all the ratios, have their, you know, basically offset them by a decent margin so that they just mash together and make crazy stuff, which will be cool. Dubsteps, it's always that. I mean, yeah. Actually, that might be the most common comment that I get. Oh, it's the dubstep saber. I've made complete peace with that. Of course it's the dubstep saber. We love it. It's galvanic. True. Okay, the pulse... Okay, well, let's have this one just begin with its own pulse, and its pair, its H-swing, will just be more pulsy. Oh, there are definitely meme sound fonts out there. I have no doubt about that. I don't know where they are, but I would bet so much money that they exist. Like, there's the Nyan Cat one. That's an old meme, but it's a meme. Okay. Now, this also needs to be chill. Yeah, there's a Pikachu one. There's also a Kirby one that Kyberphonic makes. It's not really a meme, but the Giga Chad K-Sith needs to make that one. With all his stuff. Hololive. That makes so much sense in your shuba 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 sounds. Uh-oh, it's turning into dubstep. It's getting away from me again. Let's see, what does like 2.5 do? Oh, yikes, okay. But 3 is okay. Okay, chiller waveform. How about just a sine? Okay, no, I don't like it. Parabol is the exact same. Actually, we haven't used this one yet. True. Hmm. Okay, I don't know what is going on there, but there's like a weird wub thing that's happening, and I normally like that sort of thing, but it's a bit much. Connecting the speakers. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's like my favorite one. When I'm showing people like my collection. Still have mine. This one's yeah, it's got a cord in the back instead of a speaker. People just flip out. People love it. Plugging it into the monitors and having, you know, big old I have big speakers and they sound fantastic. Are any of these relaxed? For God's sake. This one's the most relaxed. Getting to know these still. Okay. 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 I think that's okay. Is it chill? Is it more chill? But you know what? It's another thing, and we're gonna listen to it all on lightsaber speakers and figure out which ones are good and bad anyway. So, just getting a draft done. Of course, yeah, tempering your expectations with watching this in VR. What? Yeah, it's starting to feel like it might as well be. Which is funny, because that would have been up next anyway for, updating. Yeah. I also agree that it sounds best when it goes deep. Half of this file should be pretty deep, and the other half should be, like, building to kind of ridiculous heights. I can probably temper that. I can probably filter out some of the really ridiculous stuff, or just have it not build up so intensely if that turns out to be, like, less fun than it is. I don't know, but... then it's worth. But it doesn't... It's getting a draft. Like, you see it calms down there, somewhere in the middle. So anyway. Okay. Okay, gonna stop goofing around. Gonna take all these, this entire thing. First of all, turn off processing to save a little bit of power. Yes, thank you. Boom. I said, okay, there we go. And now these can be H-swings. There it is. Is the labeling a little weird? Yeah. Bassy Fonz. It's what Kasith does, and also what I do. Oh, very hypnotizing. Sometimes I feel like I'm going insane here. Listening to the sound over and over again, I'm just like, oh. It pulls you right in, doesn't it? Alright. Especially bad when you've got, like, I mean, if you're doing it in VR, I guess you definitely have headphones on, but yeah. Ooh, yeah. Alright. Let's make these... Oh, I guess these are still accurate. Whatever. Let's make these really ridiculous. Let's turn it up a notch. So I think all the editing I'm going to do is here in FM8. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve here that we can try. Let's start with some casual listening. Oh, I don't have the hiccups, I'm fine. I had a hiccup or two. It's whatever. Virgil's. Trying to will the hiccups away. I lied. I probably do have the hiccups. I'm trying to will them away. They're gonna go away. So anyway. Okay. So anyway. The first thing I was gonna do is come on over to the effects tab, because we haven't even touched these yet. All the sounds we hear have just been, besides the Takwa, which gives it a little bit of vowel not tendencies, like some flavor essence of vowel. We also have phaser and flanger, both of which I would very much like to use. And then we discussed also messing with some of these ratios to offset them just enough to cause some clashing and whatnot, some artistic clashing. And then yeah, we'll see. We'll kind of see where it goes from there. We also have this wonderful harmonic dial and detune dial. These are both fantastic. Cheating a little bit because I'm not doing anything but twisting dials, but that's all sound design really is, right? You want to get down to the bottom of it. Let's start with the effects, actually. Let's do that. They're both pretty subtle, aren't they? Makes me wonder if maybe I should use an outside source. Oh god, the stereo. There, I'll give you a little. You know, we can have it in stereo because I do the demo videos in stereo, so not mad at it. It'll eventually become mono, like when you hear it on your lightsaber, which it's a bummer. I do wish that we could have it. Do wish that we could have lightsabers in stereo somehow. That would be very cool. Alright, I think the only other thing we ought to do in here... Ooh, we could also add some silly reverb. Maybe we can do that on... You know what? This will be our shining star example. We'll do all the things we talked about for this one, and then we'll see how much of it we want to keep on a per sound basis. We'll do that. Okay, wow. It's really good. That is enough. And to top it all off, let's just try Ruam, you kidding me with that? Let's just try a light application of heavy feedback up here at 513. Yep, right there. It's that note we're going for. Would it stand to reason that we could get like an octave lower at like 10? Or something close to it? Oh my god, it would stand to reason. That's awesome. That's very cool. I wish I could dial it into 10.26, but that's close enough. Okay. It's subtle, but it's there. Okay. So now we can listen to them next to each other and see if we made a big enough difference. Because we don't want it to be too ridiculous. We want it to be like, you know, they need to be close enough that they can fade between each other in like a natural sounding way. But we also want some, we want some variety. We want each of these files to be distinct and beautiful in their own right. Wait for the sirens to go. Can you guys hear the sirens? Oh my god, never mind. That's amazing. I think my thing is filtering that out. That's very cool. Never mind. Okay, that's clearly not what that's supposed to sound like. Those are definitely different enough, and also similar enough. I'm happy with what we've done. I think it's great, and I think we did a good job. Good job. To me, I guess. Self-congratulatory. And that's okay. Hey, I like the reverb bouncing off. There will be plenty of that in the impact sounds. Don't you worry about it. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. Oh, shoot. I just messed with the pitch by accident. All right. Let's do the same thing again. Let's do it. First up. Actually, I might as well just grab the reverb. Oh, we don't have to use the same reverb. Never mind. We don't have to use the same one. Never mind. Just kind of thinking out loud. Okay. First thing that we did was we tossed on the flanger. And then we put the rate a little lower so it's not so ridiculous. I don't think we touched any of this stuff, which is fine. All subjective. Just need a basic one. Then we dropped a phaser in here. We set the cutoff a little lower. We had the rate a lot lower, which I stand by. This one can be even slower. Full depth. Why? Landed nicely on 69%. It's not that funny. It's really not funny. I think we put it about 30 for the stereo effect, just for fun, to make the nicely rendered files a little nicer. Yeah. Okay, here's my thought. Quick moment. I am designing these not just for lightsabers, but for, like, the demo videos. I think that making the demo videos, like with filming and editing and all the work that goes into them, they're like my little babies. They're like little tiny movies, and I really enjoy making them. And I think that other people like them too. The production value has gone through the roof on them as of late, because I've gotten nicer equipment, because I have an adult job now. So, yeah, that helps. So I've been motivated not just to make them sound good on lightsabers, but sound good in general, so that when people are like, what do you do? I can show them a cool product. Like, I sound designed this weapon's sounds that happen to work on lightsabers too. Does that make sense? The flip side on that is I also need them to sound good on lightsabers, and if I rely too much on, like, stereo widening and stuff like that, I can kind of trick myself into thinking it sounds good when it doesn't, and I don't want to rely too much on that. So I go for, like, light stereo. We can use stereo effects. I have no problem with that, and I would even think it's a good idea if we're making things that are supposed to sound good, like, on film and also on lightsabers. But anyway, just try not to rely on it too much. So that's my thing. Now we're up to speed on that, I guess. Oh man, we didn't even mess with harmonics on that last one, but that's fine. We did a lot. Let's do it on this one. It's a whole lot. I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna get to the end of this, I'm gonna export all these files, and then I'm gonna figure out, like, oh man, there's way too much going on with X, and figure out, like, what's too much, but I don't know exactly what it's gonna be yet. I think that these are too, like heavy on the highs and the mids and not heavy enough on the bass. But it's really hard to tell without just hearing it on the lightsaber speaker, so I don't know. There's a really interesting start to it, too. It starts really mild and then kind of digs in. It already sounds to me like it's too mids heavy. I might try and fix that real quick again. I keep returning to it. I keep like changing my mind about the balance. Cuz I want to hear all the good stuff we're doing, but also it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Highs are a bit much. I mean, you don't have to be an expert to know that. I agree. I think the highs are a little much. I think on this pair specifically, the bass is a little inconsistent. Why is that? Found the culprit. It was B having too high a ratio and too much influence on A. So this should be good now. The font boy. That's me. I think that's me. I hope it's me. How we doing? Been a long time. Yeah. I would love to work as a sound designer someday. That would be really fun. Between us, I would maybe consider applying for some jobs someday when I get way better at this. I feel like we're just getting started with all the learning we have to do, but like someday I could definitely see this being I'm not formally trained. I think that's the biggest thing. Just not trained. Just kind of figuring this out as we go. Which I don't know how attractive that is to potential. The ultimate sound font where all sound font makers do a collab. Someone tried to put that together at one point, and at least me and Kyberphonic contributed to it. But I don't remember what it was called. That was so long ago that I forgot. But it was like me, him, Jay DeLorean, I think, maybe like Phoenix, Darth Phoenix, the TikTok kid. I think he was involved. I think he was the one that got me involved. Yeah, anyway. Someone tried at one point. It would be pretty fun. I would, I wonder which part I would prefer to do. I'd probably prefer to do blasters or clashes, even though I hate them. Because the swings and the hum are They sound too much like they would take over the whole sound font. The whole thing would just sound like a grayscale font at that point. I would get too carried away making the dubstep and all that. I think Kyberphonic and Ksith have a lighter touch with that stuff. Oh boy. That would be fun though. I ended up doing blasters and clashes on the one I'm talking about, I think. At least yeah, I think I did both. At least blasters. I remember doing the blasters. Galvanic swing into that. No! No! Too much. Yes, too much. Wow, what is going on? Cyberpunk 2049. Not that I've seen. I'm not very active with the... I don't keep up with, like, everyone's doings, though. I might not know. But not that I've seen. Yes, I did. Yeah, that would be a really cool thing to do something with someday. For sure. Actually kind of surprised no one's taken that yet. It must not, I mean, that seems like a pretty... It's like a pretty easy thing to base a sound font on. Messing around with the PNG thing? Hell yeah, dude. I was thinking maybe when we start doing live streams for that sound font, PNG sound font, I'm calling it. I thought it might be fun to design some wavetables. Like I'll just brush up on Illustrator, you know, and we'll pull up like start doing some pull up like a file and start making them. I think that'd be kind of fun. See if we can design some cool stuff. Lucky for me, I don't have the you don't have the skill to capitalize on it. Yeah, no, I mean if you want to, I don't want like exclusive access to it or anything. I've got way too many projects to worry about for the time as it is. But I very much appreciate you sharing it with me. Okay, there's too much going on here. Someone's being I'm sure it has. What's up? Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, it's been too crazy. I've had too many other things to prioritize, and I'm sad that it hasn't been grayscale-y, but we're gonna get back into it. We're getting back into it. This is we're making incredible headway with this. Um I will have a new dropout so soon, and then the next one after that will come out hopefully like right after this one, and will be free. It's gonna be great. Give me give me a little longer. We're gonna get in here and make it nice. Oh, I can't commit to a date because I keep trying to commit to things and then things fall through because my life is too crazy. But I would really like for it to be done like next weekend. That's my target, at least. Please don't hold me to that. It'll be crispy and free. Don't worry about it. I was messing with this earlier. That's exactly right. This is not good study material. I should use this dial more often. Man, it's crazy. Just the bit crushing is like so extreme on this one. I don't know why it's so feedbacky. I'm just getting nitpicky at this point. Just getting a little nitpicky. Well, that's interesting. This is D minor. That's impressive. You have perfect pitch? Alright, whatever. I mean, that's still impressive. I play piano too, and I can never tell. Does that mean you have relative perfect pitch then? Oh crap, I have to stop streaming and just like... Okay, in like 5 minutes I have to be done for the night, which blows, because I was just getting into the... It's getting in the zone. Oh well. I know I keep saying it and then not following up on it, but I really will try to be back tomorrow. Dude, if you were able to just pull that out of your head, then you definitely have some kind of perfect pitch, relative or like innate. That is some crazy stuff. I wish I could do that. Wow. The phaser really cleaned that one up, didn't it? I memorized the C major scale and the strings on a guitar for tuning. Jesus. Yeah, percussion comes more naturally to me than like musicality does. Like rhythms and stuff. That's what I'm better at for sure. When it comes to writing music, it takes a really long time. That where I imagine my friends and people that are better at instruments can just sit down and like play something. I have to like write it all out, think about it, move notes around. It's bad. Not the most musically inclined person ever to have lived. Oh yeah, this is the pitched down. This one's pretty grody. The major scales on piano memorized. Okay, yeah. Isn't 251 like a really that's dum dum dum, right? Played on the lightsaber smooth swing patch. Wow, there is some major beef going on here. Maybe maybe there's too much. That swing pair almost completely dies at one point. They must all line up. That's crazy. The envelopes, I mean. Huh. Well, we'll fix it in post. We will fix it in post. Okay. What else should we mess with here? We didn't mess with too much. Let's see. Oh, we didn't even put a flanger on the last one. That's okay. Shoot for the edit. I actually love that. Yeah. Amen. Amen to that. Oh. Okay. That's horrifying, but alright. Pain. Yeah, I probably have to hop off here in just a minute. Oh, we're so close. Let's finish this up and then we'll go. Give me 1 second to respond to the thing that is my girlfriend. Hey, sorry, I'll be over in just a bit. Gotta wrap up a live stream. Wow. I'm the worst. That's such a douchey thing to send somebody. I really hated typing that out. I didn't feel good about it at all. Sorry, babe. Be over in a minute. I just have to finish up a live stream. I'm live for the boys. God damn it. $90 for D&D? Dice? Hell yeah. I personally don't own any good ones, but my friend that Dungeon Masters for us has some pretty cool ones. Wow, the phaser really messes with this one. That's crazy. Wave class. Well, see, here's the twist. It's not really Dungeons and Dragons. It's a version of Dungeons and Dragons that has 5 or 6 game modes that my friends and I invented something like 7 or 8 years ago that we play regularly. Right now we're playing a draft mode which takes 6 weeks, I believe. I literally got a text like 20 minutes ago that it was my turn to draft my next character. So we have our own names for classes, I guess, that are not standard Dungeons and Dragons, so it won't mean anything to you. But, yeah, anyway, it's not technically vanilla Dungeons and Dragons. It's barely Dungeons and Dragons at all. It's really not Dungeons and Dragons. It's basically our own game that's just heavily inspired by. Oh yeah, it's hella fun. We call it the tournament, or just tourney for short. It's very fun. It's a fun game. The only reason it needs to be distinct from Dungeons and Dragons is the lore, basically. Like, gameplay-wise, it's an awful lot like Dungeons and Dragons, but the lore is all, it's completely different. Nice! Hell yeah. Oh. Okay. Hey! Anthony's back. What's going on? Ah, this is the Metroid one. We are being quite liberal with our interpretation of inspired by, but this is the Metroid one. We're making smooth swings for it. That is gnarly. Spoiler alert! Oh. Were you here for that or not? Explaining what this one is? I need to come back and revisit. Okay, yeah, this is, look, I haven't played any of the Metroid games, so I cannot geek out with you about Metroid if you've played them, but that's what this is inspired by, the Metroid series. It's a commission that I agreed to a while ago, so, yeah, I listened to a ton of sounds across the different games, and this is what we're doing. So, yeah. Alright, give me back. Always scan the site for new sound fonts. I appreciate that's very cool. As long as you follow me places, you should be like if you follow me on like Instagram or on YouTube or whatever. I'm very good about letting people know. But that is unbelievably adorable. Yes, I concur. Making a cool baseline. Okay, that was interfering a little, but... Okay, clearly this is baseline. Oh, with purple we think. I was actually thinking yellow. But purple might be cool. It's been a while since we've done a purple one. I'm sorry, I know. I'm trying. I promise. I swear to God, I'm trying. I'll be way better about it. I promise. Swear to God. Who's causing the nonsense? Why don't I like what I'm hearing? Whose fault is it? I might just need E to calm down a little. True! Oh yeah, we should have been more liberal with the use of the reverb. We'll come back for it. We'll do a final sweep here. We'll do a final sweep. Oh, this one's so calm and quiet. Oh, come on. That is way too cute. That is crazy how it dips like that. Oh, come on. Too cute. Thank you for sharing. That makes me very happy. Adorbs. Okay. 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 Let's, okay, to address the concern that, yes, it does die right here, we also have this sound. And I think if we toss a compressor on and just have it max volume whatever it can play, this can kind of just take over during the death period of this, and they can kind of trade off, which might be cool. That we'll be all right. I'm not too worried about it. I think we're gonna be just fine. Isn't there a concept where a sound sounds like it's always rising in pitch, but it never does? Yeah, it's the latter. Ooh, what is that called? Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's super weird. You can find like YouTube videos of it. Um, it'll do like dun 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 dun, but it never actually go. I mean, yeah, it's so weird. It sounds like it's just going up forever, but it's not. I think it's just on a loop. It's trippy. No idea how that works. Very spooky. Okay. Yeah, let's pepper some reverb in, and then I must call it a night, sadly. Which is also good because I'm freaking hungry. The transit being so slow you don't hear the loop. Yeah. At some point. Yeah, that would be mad weird. I guess I'd have to figure out how it works first to be able to include it, right? Okay. Okay. So if doubling it worked, would like 2.6-ish also sound like ooh, I can only get it to 2.59 or 2.79. Shepherd's tones, that's right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I was like, why can't I hear it? Oh. Whoops, I meant to just put it on this track. Oh my god. That was dumb. Alright. Sorry. Meant to do... Okay. Wow, that sounds like an octave to me. Got a VR. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean to see two cats tonight. Well, that's hella cool. We get another tone. We love extra tones, don't we? We love overtones. We love feedback tones. We love it all. Yes, we do. Let's do it on this one, too. Here. Oh, I should turn it down on the other one. Oh, I just realized I did the math wrong in my head. That was really dumb. 2.59 is awfully close to half of 5.13. Oh well. I'm not good at mental math. I'm really bad. I just try and estimate. Alright, there. Nice and short. Whoops. Okay, should they all get it? I don't think they should all get it. I think just some of them should get it. Make it special, you know? Let's leave these two alone. Okay, the only other thing... okay, next time I need to remember to come back through and clean up the H swings because I cleaned up the L swings on the way down. Some of these are too messy, but it's a problem for tomorrow, Sam, isn't it? Alright. Well, sad to go right as the momentum seemed to be picking up, but I do need to leave, sadly. So, I'm gonna sign off here, but thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you very soon with a new sound font, being this one. Yeah, thank you all. I'll see you soon. I love you.